All right, everybody, let's get to it. Back on a Tuesday after an extended session, extended little break, I guess, actually. And want to give a shout out. How's everybody doing? We had a great time at the happiest place on the planet. Really, I look at Disney and it's where I was. And I think, okay, what recession? Because we were there during the week and it was crowded, folks. So looks like people have lots to spend. Hey, place where you don't have to spend any money is becoming a basic member. So go to harmonictrader.com, join now. Just simply give us your email, go to that page, log in, and then get on the basic members page, people, please. Everything that you want with harmonic patterns is here. The resources, the videos, the books, and then get with the software. So please check out all of these links as a basic member and then subscribe, and certainly get over on our Discord. One of the new things, here's the Discord link, and that's number 4 on the list. And then a couple, even some new resources, some new cheat sheets on amplified RSI, RSI BAM, great stuff, moderators. Again, I appreciate that. That's all free. Check that out. There it is. Come on, give me that. So check that out. Get with the Discord. And you can, if you have questions, that's the best place to catch me. All right. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Stephanie, how are you? Yes, we'll get caught up very soon. I promise. Neon, Evan, Freshogar, Brian, Victoria, everybody else. It's great to be back. And hey, how about these markets? How about these markets, right? Let's get into it. Let's look at a couple of things to start. A couple of 5-minute things for S&P futures. Are we up? Are we down? What are the major markets going to do? Pretty clear over the last two sessions, we've been sitting at a number of PRZs here. 4110 is your big number. You go under 4100, then we'll talk. But we have a big just pullback after last week's rush. Probably another pause. And then we have some bigger levels that we'll get into. I want to focus on the T coins for crypto because things are exploding. They're exploding, and this is one of the dynamics of markets where, hey, they don't have to do anything for a long time, and then they wake up, and then like a wildfire start to spread to other areas, and then before you know it, you're on your way. So we'll talk about that momentarily. I just want to give a quick update on S&P 500. That's been our chart all along of, how do we know where this is going? Beautiful Bitcoin chart there. Let me bring this back. But let's go to the SPY first. And I just want to highlight the big factor for SPY. Why? Because a lifting, rising macro environment is very helpful for crypto and your other speculative assets. And that's what you want, not like last year's complete malaise market. Here's the deal with the SPY. We've been looking for the retest. We talked about 407 and 416 off of this shark. It's a type 2 retest, but what do we need there? Confirmation. There are no yellow dots. We had a check back here as our last HSI, yet to even have 2 red candles. So that's absolutely why you're seeing it so strong. Hey, you get another bullish day today. They tried to sell it off on the morning. We'll take note. Maybe you come back. And as high as the hop level at 425 for this whole reaction that started really back in October at the low, your top end hop level, 424.94. Let's call it 425. You're 410. So really 3-4% close to super resistance. All right. Absolute top end resistance structurally is up at that hop at 425 on SPY. And then we'll assess it. But we look at our indicators, some of the things that we can see that HSI rolled over early but gave us no confirmation and amplified RSI, still trending up. I would need to see that roll over, and we'll take a look at this retest here on the 50 level of HSI. Critical close into today, no doubt. Because I think if we can hold it, rally back, we make a run to rally back to 416, and we take our time on this type 2. A lot of people calling for a major crash, and I'm, calling for a recession, calling for a lot of things. For what we do, I want everyone thinking just reaction. Just let's keep in the reactive mindset and what that means. That means aggressive management. That means securing at targets and monitoring trend lines. And that is also for crypto, and most importantly. But now, keep an eye on the SPY. This is the chart, I think, for the entire macro environment that relates to crypto. You need to be monitoring every day. Are we up? Are we down? Are we busting above 400 level at 407, now 410? Those are big numbers. 407 holds and we continue to drift higher. You'll see this continue. Last piece of the whole puzzle On the weekly for SPY, again, are we breaking out? I don't think anyone really can argue too much that this continues. You get some follow through into the next week or two. And seriously, just holding prior week's lows is the most important aspect of what you want to see on the weekly chart. For these purposes, that's around 401 trailing support, but I think 407 is probably the higher level of support you want to hold. And then just do a bar over bar march out of that, from that breakout. I like it. I also would consider this prior HSI signal. Okay, that's defining a level, a short-term resistance level. At the same point that last inflection from August is, that's where we're at. We're retesting the 886 of that swing combined with HSI, all of that 417, 420, but you would need two more bearish candles before I would even think this goes back into corrective phase. Recrawl 7 is asking, is this a type 2 on the SPY? On the daily, it sure is. But we have no confirmation that lines up yet. And we've been talking about, since 378, we said 407. And, okay, get a little overspill up here. But if it develops over the next day or two, don't be surprised. We'll still have time to react. And I don't, I'm not one for the super bear case, even if the economy is going to be predicted to be devastated in any fashion. I think you got to follow the charts. Let's, respect what this, at least the breakout is showing us. And this is early. These are early signs. There's plenty of opportunity. There's butterfly in the SPY on the weekly up here. I don't have that. Maybe at a higher level, but I've mentioned this on the SPY. The big thing here on the SPY potentially is having this second bottom be confirmed. And then this is some kind of head and shoulders, right shoulder down there, 375. That's why 377, 375 were critical. Let's watch, see what happens. Again, one bearish week, one bearish candle. You haven't even hit that since the breakout. And the big breakout, the breakout point for SPY structurally of the downtrend is about 410. So don't be surprised to see that thing vacillate between 410, 420, 425 as it hits resistance to try to break out. People are going to try to short that, thinking that this thing is overdone and is ready to roll over. Meanwhile, S&P's up 4 at the moment, was down almost 20, 15 at the low, and NASDAQ down, NASDAQ up 56, 57. Dow's off 65. But, they're going to try to hit these and sell them because of all that recession stuff. But the patterns are, they've been saying differently for a while. So let's get to, really quick, let me blow this up. Let's get over to crypto. That's definitely entered a FOMO phase. But it's beautiful, right? When these things run, they run 300-400%. So let's get right to the big ones, though. Bitcoin. Let's do a top 5 rundown because it's been a while. Still 23,000. And based off the daily structures that we knew about, we've talked about, the consideration that I mentioned last week is that you only need to hang above 22,000. And if we're a week from today and we're still above 22,000, chances are this is just pausing, holding for a larger move higher. This is a difficult type 1 failure in development, and you don't know that fact as it's completing. We were looking for structural completion with the terminal bar. That's what we had. And some kind of confirmation, which finally yellow dot appears, but it's way above the hop level. These are early signs, folks, of a failure at hand. There was no execution down here. Maybe you consider it at the yellow dot. It was at 22.5 or so, but nothing. And then again, 30 bars off of that, puts you Monday. So we'll get here, like I said, Tuesday, next week. Bitcoin holds its head. That's all it needs to do. But this is more about the altcoins and the T coins, as I like to call them, the super speculative penny crypto, fractional crypto that, hey, here's a couple of requirements. Look for the coins that got crushed, 95 to 99%. Look for big patterns with triggers. Now go through the list that we've been running for a while, but let's just be aware of what needs to continue to happen with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So Ethereum, much like Bitcoin, has a bat structure. This one has yet to hit its hop level at 1762. This kind of behavior where we do not even react, and I find that pretty remarkable. You have a lot of people, most people, are looking at something like this and saying, hey, there's a rising wedge happening here. Let's look for the breakout and do a one-to-one measure, which is that's a great read. Nice wedge formation. We know with that pattern and what it should be doing, it's not going down. And our next level on Ethereum, I'd be targeting 1762. Again, let's talk in a week. Then I'd have to say it's done. 3-day futures has a bearish HSI. Maybe. There's a 3-day chart. And it very well could be. There's a 3-day chart. I like to look at standard daily, weekly, but I think a 3-day chart is also effective. Look at the beautiful patterns on the 3-day chart. Big ABCD at the top. This is Ethereum, by the way. You're talking Bitcoin futures. But that Ethereum, not bad. You clearly have a yellow dot bearish in this zone. That's 3-day chart. I'll look at the Bitcoin chart really quick on the 3-day. Same deal. Even with Bitcoin, you would need a check back. Again, that's 24.2. But I think the big fireworks and the real explosion is above 25,000. And I'll be leaning in that direction if this thing continues to hold in here. The other possibility, folks, you go off the crab pattern. This crab pattern back in 2021 was a critical corrective low before the retest the all-time highs. We were in front of that right at 30K. But this theoretically could be a retest of the hop at 20. It's just doing it in ugly fashion. And I really thought, and I still think, hey, if something develops and this does roll over, 11,000 could materialize. It has been a tough read. I think some of the altcoins, T coins, might even be easier reads, but this has been difficult. If you're in Bitcoin long term, I think what you want to see is this just go sideways. Take your time. The longer the base, the bigger the boom once you break out. But you're cracking all those downtrend constraints. Let's go number 3. One's Bitcoin, 2 Ethereum. Number 3, Binance Coin. I think if these all are going to favor the continued move higher, we know Binance Coin has this big shark. It's a type 2 shark where we go much higher. We break out above these levels, 320, 350. There's nothing but, another 100 above that. And so this is another one basing, hasn't done its move. And this is something we're also going to get into where not all crypto are created equally. Some have done their move, others not so much. This is one that's probably going to will pop, will be realized, but it'll take time. 437 above those levels. I haven't been a fan of this. I haven't. We pretty much nailed the retest at 228, which that held and has bounced. It's because of the daily time frame. That's a 3-day chart, by the way. Here's your daily chart. But that's possible, and I'll be okay with that. But I think there's better opportunities. Maybe that's could be perceived to be safer, but as we've seen with some of these others that are blowing up, done some crazy moves. Here's good old Doge, continues to make progress. We're looking, it's a type 2 at target 2 on this one, 1579. That's been all along. I was having trouble getting that on the chart the other day, but 1 and then 2 off the low of 715, which is what we talked about right there. On a percentage basis, this is really underperforming relative to the other ones, but let's see. We'll get there. Give it time. That's number 4. Number 5, XRP, the same deal. Same deal. Taking its time. We did talk about couple of back-to-back patterns, this bearish bat and a retest of this zone here. 35, 33 cents. Maybe you get it one more time. But eventually this is going to get an announcement. So, for those that are interested, that's still another one that'll probably take more time. Just a sleeper. Yeah. And before I get to the real T-coin list, this is the thing to take note of on crypto. We have really beautiful patterns, and I posted this here on the daily of the deep crab that's actually, I think, better than the total index that includes Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here's total. It's a deep crab. Now you have an alternate trying to flash there on the total crypto index that includes Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think your total 3 with the total DeFi index and total 3 explain why you're seeing these altcoins pop off. A lot of back-to-back structures at those lows and making progress. I'm a fan of this, and I continue to be a fan of it because many of them are playing out along the lines of ideal type 1, type 2 structures. This one finally popped up. Chili's, folks. Been talking about that for a long time. Now we're making progress, okay? 23.5 cents is target 2 off of this deep crab. I'm going to rip through our list. Things that I've highlighted that I think are still to be monitored if you're not there yet. Here's Algo. Little ABCD. We've been on that since about 22, 23 cents. And I think this gets into the 32 to 39 area on a reactive bounce. And as I was saying, I'm looking for things that were beat up 90 to 99%. Because if it's just a money flow move. That's why you're seeing some of these other ones that are popping big time. Money's flowing back in. They are just, I would say, bear market bounce, dead cat bounce, if you will. All right, but you have patterns here. Here's Algo, who's got the hop level at 36. Again, got as low as 32. But even in a return of capital, speculative capital into crypto, you're in a position where this reaction can become a little bit more. The other one, Anchor, making progress here. A couple of back-to-back patterns. We've been on that since 2 cents, maybe even lower, 1.7. Not bad. I mean, these are big moves. Some of the crazy ones. Some of the crazy ones like Fetch AI and Phantom, these AI crypto. Look at that, folks. Right, that's 1,000% move off the low. 10x move in 6 weeks. That's beautiful, and it's still close to target 1 territory at 67.72. 67.72 cents. I haven't been able to get a position on this. I thought this was overdone at 20 cents, quite frankly. Now 53. So I've said this before, I'll say it again. We learn from these situations and respect really the price action at hand, and I'll look for other situations like this that had big patterns, confirmation, big moves here. And I'll go back and run through some of the others that continue to just amaze. Here's Phantom with a big shark at the low, and again another 99%. Look, this was at the high about 330. All-time low is 15 cents. So there you go. 90+%. Corrective news, and this is, I think it's just still getting going. We really were on this at 20 something cents, 28, 29. It was happening pretty quickly, all of these. Now, some that are still, well, here's one that is no longer in development. This is the graph. Today was the big 30, 40% pop, but there's room to go. And respect this not as an exhaustion, but as a monster breakout out of the zone. You're above 15.5 cents. The graph goes to 26 at a target 1. This is something with people that have the software have to understand that when you're staring patterns like this in the face, your target ones are the objective. That's how we position ourselves for the larger moves. Like Chili's going to 23.5. Took time. Now we're getting progress. The graph, same deal. Whole bunch. Let me go at these one at a time. I think we looked at this. Did I look at this holo on a weekly, I think? Holo. All the way down here, 1.9. I know there's some things down here. Yeah, there's the big shark. Excuse me, big bat pattern. It's tough to see, but it's really a type 2, and looks like a dud. It really does. But there's type 1 up to target 1, which was 14 cents. Come back down with a crab that actually did a 1-2. So all of those numbers at 3.3 cents was your minimum retest level, and now 1.9 is the bottom end. So that's, you're not too far off of that at all. Yeah, okay, I'll give you Cardano before I get out of the A's there. We did have a pattern on Cardano, and it maybe again another one of these safer perceived plays. But more about just being a 90% corrective move for Cardano. I mean, all time. What is that? Yeah, all time 886. Why not? Why wouldn't it be? Just went a little bit lower. That's at 35 cents. That's your number for Cardano. If you're a Cardano lover, get this on at or under 35 cents. I did, what was the pattern here? There was a crab pattern, I think, on the daily. Yeah, there you go. And we're still in a type 1 off of that crab pattern. Take a look. You'd really want this thing to come back to about 28 cents. If this crab is going to give you a type 2 to launch, it's 28 cents. I have no position on that one. No way, Victoria. Oh, Zoom. Are you kidding me? Zoom. I was going to add up on some options. Yikes. Nice one. Thank you. I'll get to that in a second. Oh, man. That's one of our 3 ideas. I was going to add to that. Let me just really bring this up. Someone just mentioned Zoom. I'll come back to that. Thank you, Victoria. I didn't see that. I literally was looking at it this morning. Just going to add options to that one. A couple more. Let's keep it going with our list of the T coins, toilet coins, if you will. People say there's S coins, okay, shit coins. There's Bitcoin. There's Ethereum. The T coins, the lowest of the low, that you know you love because they're super speculative. Oh, was it LRC? It was Loop Ring. That made some progress off of the bat, 26 cents. It's sloppy. I mean, these have been difficult and challenging reversal lows. I think they're early stage moves. I wouldn't even worry if you missed them. Great, go study what the ones that exploded, what was going on there, and understand there's still going to get more opportunity down here. These are kind of first thrust situations. Here's one really starting to move, and I brought this one up. This Jasmine coin, a 95+% correction, some weekly levels, and then where's the big? Yeah, look at these patterns. Look at that. That's just a beaut. That deep crab, and this one really developed a couple of days ago. We've been on this under 5 cents. I mean, really. I need to go back and find where we first really rolled these out, but a month or so ago. But target 1, 7.86 cents, I think is obtainable. Or excuse me, 0.786 cents. So that's less than a penny. Target 2 at 0.955, and I think this goes to a penny. I think that's the play I'm going to run for, and why not? Again, speculation is the key. And you're still just pausing. You have no overbought conditions yet. Beautiful thing here. Something to take note of too. On your daily, check out what Amplified RSI is doing. It broke out and it's hugging the overbought zone and just flipped back into Amplified overbought extreme, which suggests this thing has more to go. Nomad, you drank a full bottle of whiskey yesterday? Man, why would you do that? Not be ready for this massive market. Maybe I would understand on a Friday or a Saturday, so you have a day to recover. So, but thanks for sharing. Let's keep it going. A couple more. Here's this Keep, and this was one that exploded off of, again, beautiful pattern structure. A butterfly took that down as low as 7 cents. I mean, remarkable. That's a type 1. Maybe we could get Keep to come back to 13.5. You would hope. But take a look at this. Take a look. There's a small pattern inside of a bigger pattern, that ABCD off the top. So the real numbers here actually are 20 cents. And this is something I want to get to when you're going through charts on your weekly, daily time frames. The real support level is the bigger pattern. Consider all of this overspill, even though it was severe. You're looking at 20 cents, 18 cents, and it goes to 7. Any other market, I would say, oh, that's you would treat that as a failure. Well, this is crypto. Let's treat it differently, and target one at 55 cents is our objective. It's still a ways away, but that's how we look at these. That's what you're playing for. Couple more, and I like them all. I mean, here's Near Protocol. This one we featured a few weeks ago and started to go, just not there yet. Okay, but do you have patterns? Do we have confirmation? Did you do a 90% correction? Pretty much. All right. And there you go. There's your weekly chart for Near. I like this. I really, the crypto situation, we're very glad that this thing didn't flush into January, because then it would have been a complete catastrophe. And it also tells us that all of that nonsense and all of that selling from last year was due to the fraudster and the other bankruptcies that he was connected to. Oh, here's Ocean. Look at this. I think I mentioned this a while back with a couple of big patterns down at 14 cents, 20 cents, now 53. What can we glean from this situation? Yes, it's too late. You don't jump in on something like that, but we do understand that the possibilities of going to target ones off of patterns like this is not a crazy assumption. It's not. Evan, thank you. H bar, that is another one. Beautiful pattern, starting to move again. Look at the big pattern, H bar, and then the small pattern, hop level at 7.3 cents, and you have this little tiny shark. That matters. That little shark is like the trigger, if you will, in the zone. And as we've been going through a lot of these over time, they look like garbage 2 months ago. They really were just, don't even want to look at them. But then they turned around, started showing signs of life, and again has spread out like a wildfire to the other T coins. So H bar, sure. And we're down here at 7 cents. Our assumption is a type 1 crab to 26.7. That's how we do it. That's how we get those bigger moves. You get in here down at these trigger levels, you're still at the hop. You're under the hop level, 7.3. I'm liking it, I'm encouraged by let a couple go and let them just explode, and then and show you the way. Jump on the others that are still in development. A few more, folks. It would be remiss to not go over some cryptoverse, metaverse. Here's Decentraland. This was these stupid different data feeds. It's an all-time 886. Another one where had a big thrust move. It was as low as 27 cents. I don't think this is as good as some of the others. Let's look at Sandbox. But I would certainly be looking at these, whatever the metaverse promise and hope was, you're to the right. You're well to the right. Yes, I'll get to that Sandbox because that's right in with some of the bigger patterns. There you go, Sandbox. 72 cents at the moment, but you have this big bat pattern. Just slow development phase. That's it. Taking its time. I think the bigger number on Sandbox, and you're still under it, is $1 off the big bat pattern. And then the hop is around 62 cents. So this comes back to 62 cents area. It's probably your next shot. Market's exploding, folks. What's going on? Market is it's exploding. What's going on here? Somebody get me some news, please. What happened? Powell retire? Let's watch what's going on. Market just moved 20. S&P now trying to sell off. You guys tell me. Do we have an? I've been out of it. What was the earnings or what's the announcement here? Let's see what's going on. Let me get through a couple more, and then we're going to get into this. Here's Ren weekly. I like Ren because of this thing. Big, 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 big. XA levels 23 cents, folks. You're so deep on the oversold. 7.2 was the low. Jay Powell talks today. Yeah, whatever. I'm in a complete blackout. Guys, I am so I do enjoy the shows. I do enjoy the trading shows, but I've had to put myself in a blackout in recent weeks because there's just too many people, talking, pounding the table on things that are absolutely opposite of what the patterns are saying. Good old pal. Well, we know the deal. As I started with today, we know that the SPY has more to go. So we're not surprised. Thank you, Lammy. Lammy quoting Powell saying, disinflationary process will probably be bumpy. I think this thing is so mispriced. I think that's what you have to really look at. This market is not priced relative to what is coming down the pike. Not what happened 6 months ago, not what's even happening now. Relative to the changes that are coming in the next 6 months, this market is not priced properly. That's my opinion. And I think crypto this might be a bigger crypto opportunity than the last cycle. If these T coins are going to do what they're going to do, and we're all gunning for type 1s. I mean, here's Ren, and don't you guys start running this, because I haven't gotten in on this yet. But sorry, this is the perfect type 1 move. Target 1 at 77.6 cents. Trading at 10 at the moment. Yeah, this market's gone. Look, we're pushing new highs now. S&P up 17, 18, 43 and change. There you go. Oh, yeah, I think I do. Stupid Head's asking, do I think it's too low? Yeah, I think these markets got pushed down artificially. I think what you're seeing, we talked about nat gas, new highs right now. New highs. S&P exploding. Goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. I need to buy some stuff. Yeah, I'm really thinking, and I've shared this with the premium members, that I do think our levels are going higher. All right. And I do think we have one of two situations here. So let's finish up the crypto T coin situation, because this is your best opportunity. VE chain, folks, get it. Come on. Look at that. Who loves harmonic patterns? Folks, that's one I can get in on. Why? Target 1. You're 2.5 and 11.7. So if this is all behind us, look at this exploding. S&P's up 30 now since when we started. 30. Let's go. Let's go. Let's continue with this. Turn off your TV. Stop listening to the bears. They don't understand that we are in a type 1 reactive phase at the moment. Hold on. I've got to buy some Nike. Really quick. I'm going to show you guys. This is one I see it popping off on my other screen. I want to finish up on the crypto. But Nike, I'm really liking Nike right now. Off the 5-minute pattern. Here's your 5-minute. Check this out. Look at that. This is your first big pattern conglomeration down here. 123 this morning was a place to start and add that. I'm thinking you get down on some of the calls, maybe the 128s for Friday or next Friday, which I'll get into some of the stuff I'm doing on Snap and some of these others. Look out. Nike calls look good. 1 second. Hey, while I bring this other thing up, folks, I need everybody in here to do me a favor. I need you to go to this sign up link, and Miss Stephanie, if you can, I'll pop this in the chat. So next week I'm doing a presentation for the Elliott Wave Hub event run by this woman, Jody Samuels. I will be the last speaker, and following Todd Gordon of CNBC fame. So I'm honored. But do hit that, please. And here's let me get your link. Where's the link? Hold on. Here you go. I'm going to pop this into the chat. Please sign up right there. I need 200 people to sign up, so we got 133 in right now. If you guys can all just save that link or sign up, it's free. Okay, free presentation, and they're giving me an hour. So look out. Hold on. I need to do something. I need to get some Nike calls. Some Nike calls. How about some 27s? There you go. I'm liking that. Loco. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Do catch me there. And that's February 16th. Hold on 1 second. Great. All right. Let me go back. That's in the chat. I'll retweet it as well. I like that. Thank you for that update. Look at this. Man, this market is exploding. Exploding. I like that. Listen, one or two of the positions that I've been featuring, talking about, I'll get to in a moment. One or two more of the T coins, not crap coins. There's this Polymath network. Again, beautiful type 2 pattern here. Confirmation, just sitting in the zone. XA level is at 21. You're trading 19. I like it. Right? Nice. You just need to line up these kind of patterns and put yourself in these zones as they're developing. One way to do it, folks, is to layer your positions in. Don't jump in all at once. But I'm liking the reaction off these patterns. Market is outrageous at the moment. Nice. But are we surprised? And also, what does this do for today? This sets you up for another bullish close, bullish candle, which means expect this thing to run into the end of the week. There's not stopping this. All right, let me finish up the T coin with Rarible, just another one yet to develop off of the low. Big Shark, the 113 at 238, and this little itty bitty bat pattern. It's a type 2, by the way. So we have, you have ideal conditions. Small pattern inside of a big pattern that's done a type 2, ready to go. One or two more. Synthetics. This was one that we're in front of way back when. Look at the beautiful butterfly. It's a couple of patterns down here. It's a type 2 off of this deep crab. And now you have a smaller butterfly. I think at a minimum, you're above target 1 right now. You go to 330 on synthetics now. Absolutely. Look at this market, man. I'm telling you. Hold on. I have to change up some things. Yeah, I'm thinking, I am looking at that Nike, by the way, but I think it's going nuts. And I missed that zoom. Ah, I was looking at call options this morning. Hold on. Crazy. This is straight up, folks. You're now trading 461 on the S&P futures. Nasdaq now up 200. You tell me. Beautiful. Couple more. Storage. It's funny. I wanted to talk about T coins and it ended up being about the broader market, but you need the broader market to rage like this. You do, you go. Storage coin, just another all-time retracement, 886 and then some, with some beautiful yellow dots down here at 25 cents. It is early in that move. Same with Sushi Swap. That's even better. Look at that pattern, okay? Sushi Swap, you're down there at $1.48. Target one is at 969. If you folks are going to jump down the harmonic pattern rabbit hole with me, okay, this is how we make beautiful trades come together with that understanding. I'm not saying it's going to happen in a week, a month. Maybe it takes 6 months or a year. I don't think so. Based on it just needs to get going, pop off here. You would want that to be a steady move out of the zone, but this is basing. There's no doubt. This is basing. One or two more. Got to talk about the privacy coins. Things like Monero with patterns like this. Where's that? It's a couple of deep crabs. Now you have an alternate bat. Any correction against this trend, like comes back to 150, I'd be jumping on these. I do think these privacy coins, they have more pattern dynamics than most. It's on a long-term scale. Here's Zcash. All right, big thrust move. Your ABCD at $40, that's a big support level. Wow, S&P new highs for the day. Keeps rocking, keeps moving. The other one on the privacy coin situation, Compound. Looks like that. This has several patterns at the low, and I don't think this is going to come back. I mean, you break out on Compound above $61, $62, it's straight up to 85. And you go into a full type 1 reaction off of this crab. This crab that completed back in June, retracement pattern, target 1. And look for that in a lot of these setups. Retracement pattern, extension pattern, retracement pattern, go get target 1. And even from 56 to 85, that's a great move. Look at this, folks. This thing is on fire. On fire. Hold on one second. Amazing. Okay, one or two more. Things that haven't moved yet. Crypto.com. It's the garbage of garbage. It's ultimate T coin. I think there's a relief rally coming on that. Something that hasn't moved yet. That's one to look at. This Cartesi, another one. I don't know. What does Cartesi do? You guys know better than me, but let's get the right feed on that one. It's a big 886 all time. And, it's starting to break out. You're above 17. Once you clear 20 cents, there's nothing but air. Big air, as they say. And Ethereum Classic, I think this is one of the sleeper gems of the altcoin T coin, because this is a type 2 butterfly by definition. It's not like we're sitting here trying to throw darts. We've lined this up. That's a beautiful retest type 2 XA level at 20 bucks. I don't think we're going to get back to 20. And we're looking for 54 is target 2 off the retest. That's how it goes. The S&P up 50 now. Up 50. This is great. This is just great. I wanted to see an explosion day because we know, based on where we are, that a big explosion here is significant. It's really, this is something else. It's doing incredible things at a point where it should be turning around. What's that say to you? This is strong. Extrapolate that to your favorite crypto, play some options, what have you. This is the kind of trading environment you want to see continue. Hold on, a couple more. Amazing. So keep an eye on that. One or two more of those privacy coins. Litecoin, beautiful. I mean, look at Litecoin here. Big 886 retracement, breaking out of the downtrend. There's nothing, there's just nothing but air up here. Trying to, even with this bat pattern, and we do have a few that have bearish patterns. Just gun them all to go to the hop. Gun them for the hop level. Okay, that's if you have anything that's development, the hop has been getting tested in most cases. And then wrapping up the whole discussion of T coins, you have things like this YFI. Oh no, sorry, that's YFII. Here's YFI. That has the pattern. Probably some better ones than this, but just another example of pattern support. Those are the ones you want to be following. Really nice. Okay, let's get to the markets. Let's go back, and it's now 1 o'clock, and what a difference an hour makes. Here's the SPY, now up 4. As we were talking about just an hour ago, today's candle was critical, and it's going to be a big green candle. I'll say it now. I'll call it now. With this kind of move, this continues, and you want to go target the hop level on SPY as high as 421 to 425. And that is going to be, if not this Friday, by next Friday, you realize that. You've got the holiday coming up next weekend. Makes sense. This rally that started in January, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop on a dime until you register some bearish activity, and this is strong bullish. 416.19, that's your retest point. That's what we started with today. What's that 5-minute look like? Amazing. Oh yeah, that was the that was the ABCD right off the low. That's what we started with today. So there you go. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing trading above that prior high later today or tomorrow. Why not? There's nothing. The path of least resistance is up on this now. And if we were left into last year and they wanted to tax law sell everything last year, you look at the chart, look at the levels. That's why I'm surprised many people, and well-known, respectable, smart, wealthy people are extremely bearish, and you're getting a massive breakout stop run, if you will, that says anything above this level, and certainly above that August peak, 426, 420, above 425 for me, then sets off a larger possibility. And this isn't anything I haven't said before. Maybe not as pronounced as now, but we do have a BAM breakout going on. Pretty much gets confirmed. It was confirmed last week, but if you get a close above last week's high, there's your midpoint at the 50 level, and then the BAM breakout goes to an 886. These are the harmonic possibilities. That's it. I'll look at it more like that off of, above 410. That's an initiation point of acceleration. You get above 425, the weekly time frame takes over. Not going to happen in even 2 or 3 months, but the larger weekly scenario changes now because of those structural breakouts. That's it. But we need to be early on it. We need to anticipate it. That's what I've been saying really since first week of January. A lot going on. No doubt. Couple more. Okay, guys, you want to look at Boyle and nat gas? I think it's something where I want to be patient. Here's Boyle. Here's nat gas. Absolutely crushed. We need a bullish week. Period. You need a bullish week on Boyle, and I think UNG. I've been saying that all along, is the better of the two. Here's UNG. Almost at the same. They closed the gap between the spread. That's amazing. But UNG is this shark pattern at weekly shark. No, sorry. It's a weekly type 2 crab. The Boyle is the shark at $8. UNG came all the way down to retest that crab that set this off 2 years ago. Technically, it is a type 2, 1039, but I need one bullish week, and we have to get out of these zones, which we're close. I think there's an opportunity here. It might be a couple weeks away. You're certainly down there, and UNG is the way to play that. At this point, you're still trying to catch a knife because, like I said, every week for the last 9 weeks has been down until now. But $10 the number, $8 you're at 866. Pull it up on a 4-hour chart, something like that. Look for little signals down here. I mean, hasn't been much. 850 range, $8 for nat gas. Look at the futures chart as well. That had failed the butterfly. This has probably been one of the worst situations, pattern situations that we've had that didn't work out. That was the butterfly. Again, notice the type 1 failure here. Type 1 failure meaning it just slides through the zone. And it's a losing trade, no doubt, but it gave you the signals probably within 5 sessions after failing. There's the hop at 355. That's what we looked at. There's a 3-bar breakdown failure that took you under 340 and then the continued breakdown. Now you have another HSI, which is still deeply oversold. Not the best place where I want to see it. I'm going to wait for the next yellow dot, folks, on nat gas. And I think crude oil is probably more the reason why energy is doing what it's doing. And I think crude oil, to complete the collapse, and I do mean collapse, down to 65 would be beautiful. You're popping a little bit today. Here on Light Sweet Crude, we do have this bat pattern. But longer term, this has always been a thought of mine of that if the all-time chart looks like this, and this is futures, and the B point at 127 was a big 886, which it was, then we should get a 382 pullback. That puts you somewhere around 62, 63 bucks. Listen, a lot of people are arguing that energy is going to absolutely soar over the next decade, but at what price? And this is another one where we have to get the structure correct. And if this whole thing becomes a deep crab eventually, where then you get a super energy crisis, it's got to complete the 382 pullback. And that's why nat gas is floundering. Thank you, Crypto Clan. Yes, I do get a pump stream. Amazing. And it is quite a pump stream, but we're not surprised. Are we surprised? Have we not been talking about these higher levels in SPY for a long time? I hope you guys have been able to take advantage of it. Really, especially the stuff we talked about, Meta before earnings, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon. I mean, look, I think stuff like Amazon and Google that got pummeled last week, totally overdone. Totally. Like Amazon got pummeled again today. You tell me. Isn't that a beautiful pattern we want? It's a bat pattern off the COVID low. Confirmation, all of that is down around 90. XA is 93. You had a big thrust. On the daily time frame, looks like this. I mean, pretty sloppy, but I don't think there's, 96 should be holding very soon. What was the low today? 98.27. I think stuff like Amazon and Google under $100, that's split adjusted, is going to end up being a great long-term spot. Looks like this. There's Google. Google hit target 1, all right, at 103.88, which it still is, but Google also is this. It's a larger crab off the low. I just don't think you could ask for a better harmonic pattern situation in these huge stocks that has given you an opportunity to jump on these in this regard. It's been years, in my opinion, years. A couple more, of course. I think we need to look at Tesla, because Tesla, it's a type 1. It is a type 1. That's it. Hold on one second. So if Tesla's a type 1, like all of these, where is it going, folks? 221 is target 1. And beyond that, we'll see. But keep playing for this. That's the objective. Even at we're at 117. Oh, I know what this was. We were looking at this because it was a bat pattern. No, it was a Gartley. Sorry, the first pattern that this kicked out was a Gartley. So, and that was 113. There you go. There's the Gartley that we talked about 113, blah, blah, blah. So if this is a Gartley, it could be a bat or a Gartley, either one. Target 1 for both is much higher, 30, 25, 30, as much as, 65 higher from current levels. And so that's why you're playing catch up, and this really does mean that all of these declines from last year were way overdone. Hence the bounce. Microsoft. Microsoft is the other one. There you go. Up 9 today, folks. Little ABCD off the low, but that wasn't it. This was it. It's a bat pattern on the weekly. Now above 263, which is target 1, and you still haven't registered overbought readings yet. I would venture to say Microsoft could go as high as 295, as much as I really don't care for, who. And on your daily charts, your target twos here, which this is a type 2 ABCD, 277. If this is going to go, why doesn't Amazon go, Google go, all of them go? In that regard, where, if you miss that, that's okay. But recognize this whole deal for what it is. Something larger and much larger in development. Can I take off the slow chat? Yeah. Hey, can a moderator take off the slow chat? Let me check. See. I'll remove that. Let me fix that for next time. Hey, Daniel. Daniel's saying Riot, and Riot is another one of the Bitcoin stocks, miners, the Bitcoin plays. I went through this with my crew on premium, and I'll give you folks this one. Look at those patterns. Taking its time. You have a crab, you have a Gartley. All of this behavior is basically the $5 floor on all of these, with your target ones at $20, $23. And we know things like more speculative stuff like Bit Digital. It has been this small, deep crab. And a lot of these little speculative plays have worked out quite well for us. Mara. Okay. There you go. ABCD coming back down. Yeah, if that kiss is 609, kiss it goodbye. And the weekly should be treated the same way as these crypto. All right, where they've done full 886 cycle completions, start to generate some bullish patterns, some bullish signals down here, please. It's the best thing for it. And then you go. And you keep going. So those are, all of them are to be lined up. Wait for them to come back in. Let me do a couple more. Yeah, I like that one, Clean Spark. I've heard that one. I haven't seen that in a while, but that's kind of in the same category that I have as like Roblox. Oof. Even better. Nice. Hey, who put that up? Martin? Really nice, Martin. Thank you. That's somebody who's been working with the Harmonic Pattern Collection software. Right there, 346. Yikes, that's a beauty. Probably a low volume candidate, but you're looking for a 3-bar breakout here on the weekly that happened last week, and that really, you had 2 of them. Check it out. Nice one, Martin. Appreciate that. Clean Spark. There's the first 3-bar breakout on the level. There's the confirmation. Yeah, 3-bar there as well. But 375 is probably the low end of, you're under that low end of support. But if we can clear it, look, this is the framework. I'm not trying to shill a bunch of penny stocks here for, to say, hey, they're going to go. This is an absolute definitive thing. No, I'm saying look at this from a framework perspective. Look for your triggers. Get in on your entry of those triggers in the zone, understanding that target 1, I don't care what it is always going to be your objective. GRT exploding. Did that really? What's that doing? Yeah, GRT is going through the roof. But okay, you're still 90% off the all-time highs. BTC 2.0. Yes, QuantumScape. That is one I've been eyeing. QuantumScape looks like this on the daily. That's a beautiful pattern. I haven't looked at in a while. Eesh. Perfect. Now there's an example of a sloppy hop test on the butterfly, although the butterfly is typically you get overrun, but your confirmation is low. And that's a target one objective already reached. But not bad. I like that. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. One second. I'm going to get taken out here. Okay. One or two more of our things that we've talked about in the past. Here's another one. Here's fuel cell. And we've been on that right at the low. Okay. That reaction is probably about a bar away from being done. And that's all that is. As type 1 reactive move for 396. We're thinking maybe as high as 455. Got close, but just another beautiful pattern that realized target one at an area where you're, okay, hops at 250. I think we were on this at 260, 270. Up to 396 is still 30+% move in a short period of time. Stupid Head is asking, do we see butterflies run to a 141? Absolutely. When you have a butterfly, very common for it to get overrun. Go to a 141. That's it. Beyond that, no biggie. But we want confirmation, typically. Keep an eye on it. Okay. Let's do a couple more things that are interesting. Here's something I did want to cover that I still want everyone to be following your 10-year yield chart. Now, market's rallying with higher rates. And this is a bat pattern that could look like it was going to fail. I mean, really, just 3 days ago, it was trying to take out that low. I'm monitoring this as well as the SPY chart for a larger macro assessment. Because if rates are going to pop and go to target 2 and not fail now, that will bring pressure. I'm surprised it hasn't yet, but that will bring pressure to this market. Go to target 2 at 406. Then you might see that SPY not get above 425. It's real clear price-wise on the SPY what we have to look out for. And I'll watch interest rates. They get above 365, much where they are here. You get above 370 even. Then maybe I'll have to start to assess, are rates going to do another move? Because that would cap the rally for sure. Evan's saying TLT. TLT, what on the, there you go. There you go. TLT, 20-year Treasury bond ETF. Yeah, it's a type 2. Almost. Not perfect type 2. But it does have confirmation up there. So, and this is rates. So when this goes up, when rates go down, and notice that started going up with the market from the October lows. A good one to monitor. Thank you, Evan. Yeah, I think, listen, we're pretty clear on where everything is right now. You're in a speculative phase no matter what. We are going to top out and have to digest what has happened. But it's at least it's a good environment for day trading and looking for, respecting what the longer term pattern zones are suggesting, at least where these are first reaction thrusts on their weekly charts. Still plenty of time. something like Microsoft or Amazon, Google, just, generally where they are at 100, or Microsoft's case, 150, Meta, now almost 200. They've made a lot of progress, but they still have more room to run. I didn't show you guys Meta. I did want to show that because that was the huge winner for us. That was a huge winner for me last week. Couldn't sell those options fast enough after earnings. But still, 251's the target for that play. I just think it was such a huge move, huge gap, that too much in one period of time. But I like it, and you've got a lot of things that still say, all right, maybe we pause here, but target 251, still the objective. Maybe you reach that come earnings in April 26. And so if we do get this continuation into the end of the quarter, that would be the follow-through move as well. Let this thing digest and then set up for another thrust. How these typically go, and think about it this way. Usually in your first quarter moves, okay, you get a big move, say, especially if it's a rally. You get a first quarter move, a big thrust, and then you digest that first quarter, and then you break out above the first quarter peak. That's in a bull run. Here's the Dow Diamonds, and I want to kind of just look at some previous examples. Let's go to the weekly chart of what I mean, and to think about where we are on this chart. Beautiful type 2 bat. Here you go. I mean, 2019. All right, you make your rally up to the first quarter, you sell off a little bit, and then you break out come like May, June for some kind of continuation. Same deal here. Even 2020, despite the big correction early in February, once you cracked above the prior first quarter peak, that was a continuation. That's what I think we're doing here. Diamonds actually stronger. Here's the start for January. Nice thrust up. Maybe we'd spend some more time down here. But once we break above these prior highs, this is Dow Diamonds. I've said this before, 35,000 for the Dow would be a breakout. I would go higher above then. So I'll watch it closely, because there'll be plenty of time if you're looking to capitalize on some kind of potential move. Listen, once that is triggered on the diamonds above 347 or so, the only possibility for even the diamonds is a run above the prior high. And it's not even the nicest of shark patterns, but it's kind of like that, where the way this is coming together, not only do you nominally go to all-time new highs, but you get to 37,000, 373, 370 on the diamonds. That's how close you are. Where you cracking these levels now, the only possibility above it are, much bigger targets, which then tells you, okay, maybe last year plus minus 2-3 months, depending on your index, was it. That was the correction, bear market, what have you. And forget recession, forget all the other bear talk. Just generally, structurally, that's what's going on here. Costa Mooney's asking for Snap. Yep, Snap is one we've been in front of, making progress. Beautiful, beautiful shark pattern on Snap. And premium members know the deal on this. I will just share one thought, that the earnings disappointment last week, look, they tried to throw that down and it came right back. What does that tell you? Amazingly, this candle is the disappointing earnings announcement for Snap. and right back. So the way I would read that is that earnings disappointment is probably the worst news they're going to have. Obviously, somebody's buying that support as it continues higher, and just stay with that, monitor that, and again, your weekly time frames, they have crazy type 1 targets here. Yes, target 1 on Snap is 46.34, but I'll take it in chunks. I do think we get out of this hole and get above the 886, above 1650 is when you see real acceleration. We haven't even seen real acceleration on Snap. It's going to take time. Count the bars. Okay, we're 30 bars here. So there's 30 bars. What's it doing? Sideways, now up, where that's why I have personally warmed up to it. Took 30 days of consolidation. We did have confirmation down there. All of that around 975, $10. Now 12.12. Give it time. It's moved a lot. Wow. Okay. S&P, they just smacked it right back down as I'm ranting and raging. We were trading 41.75, now trading 41.30. Nice, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, but that's okay. I expect this. I expect them to have a fight at this level, at this 420 level, 425 level, 410, and above 400. And we'll see. It's not a biggie. I think there's probably another opportunity down here. It ran it up, right back down. Great for day trading. That's what I feel is going on. It's a much better environment down here for day trading. So do so accordingly. There was one other one. Oh, of course, Apple. Hello. Okay, let me finish up on Apple. BTC20 is saying TikTok might get banned in the United States, and that's good for Snap. Yeah, probably good for all of them. I don't know. I don't do the TikTok thing. Let's finish up on Apple. Great session. Beautiful patterns. That's what we want. That's hopefully you guys come here, you get ideas, you learn something, and you begin to read the markets from harmonic pattern framework, which a lot of times, if not most of the time, will be different from the narrative. It will be different from what people are talking about, people are highlighting, people are, suggesting may happen. And with Apple, it was another one where even on bad earnings announcement that was disappointing in the aftermarket, you had just this incredible response. So you had your earnings down here last week. They tried to sell it off and came right back. Now we're still a type 1 up here off of this bat pattern at 122. You don't have a second bearish candle yet. So let's see what happens today into Thursday. Apple being one of the bigger ones that control the indices and everything will tell us what's going to go on. We could easily get Apple to maybe generate a bearish candle in the next few days and start to roll over, but it's early. But it's one to watch, like the SPY. But I'm okay with that where it is right now. If you were really bearish, you would actually want to see it retest this shark higher. But let's watch what happens today. Wow, okay. Oh, great. They just took it negative. All right, so we went from pump to dump stream in our 90 minutes. How about that? Love it. That's amazing. Pump to dump. You're now -6. All right, not a problem. I really don't have a problem with that. I actually like that kind of volatility. It's better than no action at all. Let's see. Do we have any opportunities before I get out of here? we were looking at well, we have 5-minute butterfly on Nike down there. When we started, I was looking at those 127s. But where's the, oh yeah, this is ABCD. So your type 2 ABCD on Nike. Give me some confirmation. But let's look at like, oh, NVIDIA, perfect one. Oh man, they run that to 220. Now slamming it back down. Nice 5-minute pattern on NVIDIA. That's a nice 5-minute pattern. Ran to the hop. Okay. Come all the way back down. There, target one, and then get the confirmation maybe later today. Amazon. I think that was setting up with a bullish crab on this corrective move. Where'd you go? You're down 384. Yeah, there you go. Where's the what was the pattern down here? Give me a second. Generate this. It was either Amazon or Google. Let me check Google. 5-minute. Yeah, just don't assume this thing, you know, S&P minus 20 now. Interesting. Let me see the Google chart. On the 5-minute. Oh, okay, sorry. It was a shark. Trading 104 now, but look at what that crab did. That crab, ugly crab, but maybe you come back to 102. Just another type 2. Don't have much after that huge rush that happened while we were having our session today. All right. Not so bad. I don't, what else? I don't, there was, let me see. What's Microsoft doing? Because that was up 9, now only up 5. All right, they slammed that. Yeah, another shark, another type 2 shark at around 156. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing come back down. I think it's great for day trading these on the 5-minute. The rest of them will come back. Let's come back to that. Oh, Netflix wasn't one, was another one I wanted to get to. Didn't get to that. Let's do that Thursday. Because a lot of them formed bullish patterns last week before the big earnings announcements, and it'll probably come back down as your next level here. You know, 352, 350. Despite this massive reversal, I still like Netflix. You know, I'm still looking for Netflix to eventually make it up all the way for the 5-0. You know, the 50% retracement off of that low. That's minimum is a 430. Yeah, 440, something like that for Netflix. So consider this an opportunity and embrace the volatility. Absolutely. We're a super reactive environment, but use that to your advantage. Be aggressive on your executions and your management, and you know, click into some day trading for sure. That's what I have for today. Yeah, look, this is these are 2 overdone reactions, no doubt. You were 4170, now you came back to 4100. Yeah, I'd be looking for the long opportunity. When you see the thing stretch so far on one side so fast, it's not sustainable. Look, we'll get here Tuesday because we know whatever closes today, we get a bearish close today. All right, that's the second bar we're waiting on, but we still have time. Thursday's going to be the day. Yeah, go Birds. Absolutely. Eagles, longtime fan from Philadelphia. Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. So if you're looking for a little some action on that, go with the Eagles. Go with the over. I think. I don't know how you guys feel. Any Chiefs fans in here, but it'll be a great game. Great game. All right, folks. Love it. We'll see you on Tuesday. Come on back, or Thursday. We'll do our giveaway. First person to type in V3, we'll give you a book. And the first person to type in gold, we'll give you a gold membership. So we'll give 2 things away right off the bat, and then follow up, see what's going to happen. Until then, have a great one. Go get them. Catch you Thursday.